Good night, fellow punchers. The clock on the wall says 8:25 on Saturday night. Back with a couple for tomorrow. I was going to give it a miss, but there's a couple that interest me. And Reese Loftus is heading to Uttoxeter tomorrow. Uttoxeter, I should say. Bringing his two kids, 5-year-old and 3-year-old, I think they are. Bringing the family day out, first time going racing. So I wish him the best of luck. And I hope they get in on the crack and the good days out that one can have at the races. I was looking to see could I get a bet. So I've one picked out in the big race of the day in each way selection, and might have one for the last race as well. And there's one at each way at the Curragh and one each way at win bet at Fontwell. I was out in the garden the last hour. Got window boxes done this morning and I have to water them and have the lawn to do because we're heading to Dublin tomorrow. Although the bookies think we shouldn't go. I think we're 7-1 in a 2-horse race. 8-point underdogs. So I don't know if it's worth their while going at all. So we have no chance. But we'll see. Tomorrow, 3:45 at Fontwell. There's a horse there that we backed the last time, Johnny Max, which is a 3.5 mile handicap chase. He came second and he traded odds on after jumping the last. But he's never won over hurdles. And I was saying the last time, he's just the one gear and he just goes galloping. And this is only 3-1. So the last time it was what? 3-5. Has never won over hurdles. But he's 0 for 5. Hasn't even been placed. So we'll give him a miss, I think. Even though he's £10 lower, he's only rated 100. I hope it doesn't come back to bite me. I thought a bet in this race was West Orchard for Joe Tizard. Not going that great lately, but this is the horse, if you remember it, and to that Fontwell, 2 miles 5. He's on the inside, with the red.
Pulled up as they make their way towards 3 out. Annie Day has been pulled up as well. Here is the third loss, and Gavroche Dallier was just up in front of My Tickety Boo. Hard Frost on the inside. These three with close up now. West Orchard coming through, goes past Hard Frost there. West Orchard coming through with a very strong looking run under Freddie Gingjul as they run round the turn, and then Abingworth back in fourth. Then Hard Frost, Ear Encore, then Balanesca, Beach and Oscar's Man as they now turn for home. My Tickety Boo on the outside of Gavroche Dallier, and up the inside the improving West Orchard. They're followed by Abingworth, then Hard Frost, the nose bandit Balanesca Beach, and then behind these Ear Encore and Oscar's Man, and these are the only ones left in it as they run. Oh dear, running right out. West Orchard there ran right through the wing and forfeited a.
You could see that coming up in what happened next. What happened next was that he didn't win. He jumped violently out to his right, or to his left, or right as we were looking at it. He's still only rated 80. Now, he's not a great beast, but if you look at it that day, he was 82. That was 2 miles 5. But at Plumpton, 2 runs back. Just have a quick peep at him to see he was finishing the race strong.
About third, with Monty's Award ridden along out.
He's in about
wide.
fifth there out on the left.
Goes well as they jump 3 out. Flemons, Tipple. Oh, and down there was One Man Party. One Man Party has fallen at the third last. Heading round the turn, the rider is up. Jamie Moore, he's all right as they run round the turn and head on towards the final 2 flights, and it's Flemons Tipple now being pressed by Hello Sunshine and by Doyen for Money on the outside, and West Orchard is angled out, and Abingworth and also Independence has made good ground from the rear of the field, so quite an open race as they head into the home straight with 2 flights left to jump. Doyen for Money on the left, Hello Sunshine, blue and white hooves. Fleming's Tipple still battling away, and on the right, Independence getting into it. At the second last, Hello Sunshine stepped at it. On the outside, Doyen for money. Then Independence, Abingworth, Fleming's Tipple, and West Orchard just behind them over the last. It was Doyen for money on the near side of Hello Sunshine. Then Independence, followed home by West Orchard. They race up the hill towards the line. Doyen for money was travelling well. He's 2 lengths out in front. Independence coming late, but it's Doyen for money who gets the money from his second.
It was like the Weaver Beaver coming up the stretch. Didn't know whether to go left or right. That was over 2.5. They gave him one spin over hurdles or fences, and I think he fell at the first. But this is a step up and trip to nearly 3-2 tomorrow. Could be just what the doctor ordered. He was going well on the track before. Step up and trip might suit. And I thought at, what price is he? He's 8-1. 7-1. 7-1 there with 365, and they're paying 3 places. I think he's a cracking each way bet there was at 7-1, 3 places. The other one is a quarter of the odds, 2 places at 8-1. But with our lad that I mentioned before, a 6-4 favourite, he never won over hurdles, and this is too short for him. I'm just trying to get an angle on the race. The other one is a horse way back before. Oh, well, that's the Tattersalls, the Gold Cup. Vedini has been supplemented for this. Himself and Baybridge met in France recently. Baybridge was ahead of him, and Vedini, Subian wasn't too busy on him, but he beat him before. So they're probably hoping good firm ground is suitable to him, or suits to him. It's going to be a cracking race. I don't know what I'm going to do on that, if anything, yet. I thought a bet at tomorrow was a horse we backed the last time, Newfoundland. There's 21 declared in this. Stepping up in trip to 1 mile 6. Mr. Rango is in it. Remember him from last year? Oh, is he 50-1? Ryan Moore is riding Newfoundland. He's waiting round for the last race of the day. But if we look at the day, this was 1.5 miles, and he's second last. As we look at
favour. In fourth is Bud Song, and then Oriental Eagle and Charlie Chute. They passed the 5. After Charlie Chute's Safe Cracker, and then Marvelosa, who's followed by Newfoundland and Dalvey. Heading for the concluding half mile and the approach to the straight, it's Bridge of Dawn continuing in front of Taipan lying a handy second. In third is In Favour, and then Bud Song, who's followed for the approach to the straight by Oriental Eagle, then Charlie Chute and Safe Cracker, Marvelosa, Newfoundland, Dalvey. Turning into the straight with less than 3 furlongs to go. It's Bridge of Dawn, the leader still. Ridden along in second place is Taipan. Couple of lengths to Burren Song, who makes a move into third ahead of In Favour, and Charlie Chute makes ground in the centre of the track as they straighten at the 2. Bridge of Dawn has surrendered the lead to Taipan. Charlie Chute makes ground on the outside of Burren Song, then In Favour and Safe Cracker and Marvelosa, Newfoundland, Dalvey. And Oriental Eagle, they hit the furlong pole. It's Taipan in the lead from Burren Song and Charlie Chute, both trying hard on the outside. 150 yards to go. It's Taipan from Burren Song, one off the rail, and Taipan is run down on the line by Burren Song, third Charlie Chute.
They weren't too busy on him that day, I thought, and mile 6 tomorrow stepping up. Moore is on him, so otherwise he'd be gone out the gap, wouldn't he, you'd imagine. On to Uttoxeter. This is a grand little race tomorrow. There's 20,000, nearly 21,000 to the winner. It's a class 2, 2.5 mile. Mayor and Forum down at the bottom, but it's up £11 for its last win, is Walking Clover for Dan Skelton. Quid Pro Quo won for Skelton the previous run, and then it drifted from I think 4-7 to 13-8 or something. The last was an outrageous drift on it, and it finished second. Gloire D is an each way selection. This has improved great altogether, I thought. It used to be running with Henry de Bromhead in Ireland, and had 2 runs over fences. They were brutal runs. 5th of 7 beaten 42 lengths and 6th of 6 beaten 32 lengths. Got rid of over to Sarah Humphreys, and she has worked the oracle, it seems, because it has won 4 races since. Won actually first time out, Chase beat Get the Pot. Bet Fable, that's when I came across that first, because we had won on Fable the previous week, and I think, or do we take Fable out of that race? But the last race you'll remember probably was this one in Sandown. 'Twas when Harper's Brook came to a standstill when he looked like he was going to win it. But he had put away a good field there. He jumped well. He's only a 7-year-old. But back a bit in a couple of races, he was Raffle Ticket. Was third to him. So Raffle Ticket was third to Gloire D. He was getting £2. And he's given him 3. That's a £5 swing, and he's shorter in the market than Gloire D. They're paying 4 places there. I thought he was a sort of a rock solid each way bet. I'm trying to get something safe for tomorrow. Well, we hadn't that much luck today. I forgot to mention that, or did I mention it? The one in the first race, Low of the Sea, was the nearest we got to it, and it looked like he'd go past him and he traded money on and running, and he didn't. But when you consider the Chester Cup was 2 miles 2 and he was only coming into it in the last quarter of a mile, he needs more. So you'd wonder with that 2 miles 5 race at Ascot during the summer there, would that be suitable for him? Twilight Cause drawn, well, it didn't run that great anyway, but all the speed and there was a speed bias towards the stand rails. Sandrine was disappointing as well, needs 7. I thought it might have the class to be closer, but he wasn't too busy in the last furlong on her anyway. And had the right idea about Ireland winning the 2,000 guineas by switching Proud and Regal. I thought that was the one, but Paddington improved. Imagine that was winning a handicap. Now wins a Group 1. But the last race tomorrow there's a power of money in the last hour for this Sarson's Risk for Brookhouse. Oh, Spodo, what do you call him? I think he had three winners there today. I didn't get a chance in the last hour to check back and see how the last one done. This is it was well bet in the entry. I thought that Galasha Bridge ran well enough the last day in Ludlow. And he hadn't ran since last September. I thought that was the one in that race, but the money in the last while is after coming for Brookhouse's one. Anyway, I said I better get this in Dublin and try and get a bit to eat. Be no out tonight. Be bed early. Be wore out after today. Been up early and got a lot done, I must say. and must finish the lawn now and water the flowers and bed. Bash the bookies over and out. It was a bank holiday in England on Monday, so there'll be no evening racing in England. It must be all day meetings. Ballinrobe is on. I didn't get a chance to look at Ballinrobe yet. I don't know. Jungle Pros was entered. I don't know if it's declared or not, because it's entered again during the week. Over and out.